Good morning, everybody. My name is Cod6, and today we are going to continue my showcase of my Warframe screenshots. Yay! Let's go. Oh no, I jumped from here down here, and that's his passive when he lands. The earth shattering effect. I thought it's cool. Um, He's just doing nothing with his hands, which is a little bit weird. I like the effect though. So here we have Hydroid. Here I wanted to actually make it so that you can't see any of these. But you can still see that I have the Trident weapon. I don't know the name right now. And of course Hydroid Prime. And I'm using this fourth ability which spawns tentacles. You have a lot of tentacles. Even though Hydroid is only this small thing on the screen, you still have him taking up a lot of the attention on the screen. And even though he's very hard to see and he blends in into the background a little bit too much, I still think this is probably one of my favorite screenshots. Even though I'm not that happy with it, I think this is one of my best looking screenshots. And here's another one, which is a little bit more lightning, a little bit better brightness and such. We have Hydroid right here. I think summoning his four. The water effect is really cool. That he looks like added is really cool, and that he's in this goo is very cool. Just a very cool screenshot idea I had, and it's not even a unique idea. I'm not the first one. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go to the sea lab and put him into the water. But I thought it's pretty cool. Very cool screenshot. Here we have the normal Hydroid again with the disc weapon. I don't remember its name. It's a syndicate weapon. I think from Steel Meridian. Hydron? No, I don't know. But here I have to actually say I like his position. But here I actually have to say he is a little bit too much blending in, even though that's the effect I was trying to get. Now looking back at it, it's a little bit too much blending. And here we have it again with the splash. Very cool. I actually like the effect. Like he just came out of the water or is going back into the water. Pretty cool. Is a little bit, looking a little bit better than the first one. And here we have some other screenshots where I was trying to play with the perspective. You know, this is the ground. But Zaku is of course using the wall. I always call this the broken wall for some reason. Because in my hand, like it's a broken wall because it has impact instead of slash. So I'm like, oh, it's a broken wall because that's stupid. But this is the wall, and of course we're seeing Zaku right here, and he is. I don't know the stance I'm using here right here, but he's just like doing a spin in the air. And he's smacking this on a Grenier's head. Very cool. Even though his body is a little bit blending too well into each other, but then again, that's not my fault. It's also not the game's fault. That's just how it works. I also like, even though they do blend a little bit in with the bluish background, they still poke out enough to be like, okay, yeah, there is something. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Here we have another screenshot from a different perspective. We see stairs, he's jumping down the stairs. The sword is right here in his hand, in their hand actually, and just a different perspective. The other perspective was shot from this direction, and now we are on top of Zaku. Something I thought I would never say. There you go, we have the other thing where Zaku is currently losing all his parts. This background is way too bright, making the effect not pop enough. I wanted the effect to just pop off, to be like, wow, explosion, big, wow, wow, everything is flying away. But since this floor is so bright, it sucks up all of the details in here. So, still, pretty cool idea. Didn't work out that well. Let's move on to the next screen. This is a little better screen, I believe, because it's an action pose. Zaku is moving, Zaku is currently doing something, is in motion. The background, even though the gray here gets sucked up from the background, but hey, the red is actually saving it a lot. Otherwise I would say it looks bad, but because of the red and blue, very bright blue highlights, and the white, I would say it looks pretty cool. It looks very good. Here we have probably one of my most hated screenshots. It's very busy, a lot of stuff going on around the frame, and then the frame itself is so bright. This is the normal. This is how Equinox Prime looks normally. Nope, I did no changes to this. This is how it looks like. It's so bright, and it has like orange. It has like gold, blue, white. It's just so much going on. I think I did actually change something here. I think Equinox had something really obnoxious, which I had to change, otherwise I wouldn't take the screenshot. I do believe something. If you know what I changed on this picture, on this frame, write it in the comments. If you know, I will pin the comment. That's correct. And like it, of course. But very bright frame in the middle of a lot of dark stuff. Normally would look good, but sadly, not this time. Here we have actually a better example on being very photogenic. The camera is like right here on top. We have a very big motion going on. I like also that it almost looks like he's like holding like the tip of the sword in his other hand. And it looks very cool. It's Equinox Prime day form. And I think it looks very cool. Very cool, very stylish. Let's move on. Here is Equinox Night. Looks very pretty. I like the pose. I like all the stuff going on. Very pretty. Very pretty. But I just hate this. Like the bright blue metal and then this red metal. I don't like it. It kills the vibe. Like of like this black, white, beautiful Warframe, and then you look like down here and like, oh, it's so pretty, and then you look up here and I'm like, ugh. It's putting like all the I wanted to focus on like all the cool stuff going on like right down here, but it's taking all the concentration to here because of the bright colors. And again, this song. I'm not in the mood for this song. Anyway, let's move on. Here we have Equinox day form. Just sitting here. I don't like how this is not lining up with the Warframe. So I'm not even gonna talk about this screenshot because it's not lining up with this. So yeah, here we have Hildren with her blaster. It just looks very awkward. I feel like even Hildren doesn't know what's going on, which makes it look very awkward. But look at her legs, Jesus. I mean her thighs, but still. Let's move on. This is not a very cool picture. This, however, is very cool. You can see like all the muscle detail. You can like see her thigh details. You can see like this blue and green going on. You can see her muscles. You see like her shoulder pads, like the thing which is coming out of there. And even though she fits into the scene very well, I don't feel like I'm losing her into the scenery. Because she's just so powerful. She's there. Which I like. Here we have another picture of Hildren, a little bit better. The background is not absorbing her this time that much, which makes it clearly that she is in the sky and you're basically above her and she's looking at you. It's very cool. Very cool. Here we have Banshee Prime stepping forward, showing her masters that she can do something, and has her sword, like the sword is going back here. Very cool effect. Banshee has just a lot of stuff going on, so you can't even tell, like, her arm is like going here, and then there's like a body. But I like it. It feels very fitting for the Huntress, which is Banshee. I like it, even though it's not perfect. We have the normal Banshee holding Garuda's what's it called, crossbow, and I don't know what even I think she's doing the first skill, her wave. Nothing too special, but I thought it looks cool because of the scenery. Even though most of this stuff is getting sucked into the void. This is a little bit better. Even though I wanted the focus to be on Banshee, the focus is on the weapon. But since I like the weapon, I can say, okay, fair enough. But not really happy with Banshee screenshots. Oh, there we have Neger Prime, actually one of the most photogenic frames in the game. Look at this. He's like, I don't know what to do. It's like you told him, pose Neger, we're gonna take a photo, and he's like, I don't know what to do. Very cute. Very cool, very powerful. And he, very elegant. The position, very good. Very powerful. Very powerful positioning, very beautiful. The fire just consuming him. The background is not consuming him too much. It's actually himself consuming all his qualities, which is fine. It looks cool. It looks very cool. It's a little bit too small, but hey. Here with Wukong, Wukong Prime, actually about to use his Cloud Walker, which is his second ability, I believe. Yeah, it's his second ability. Checked. Very cool. Very cool. Like the stuff, and he's like using it to jump up. Just the whole energy of this. This is giving me is so cool. Like lure in the background, and just one of my favorite screenshots. It's not too busy, but this focus is still on lure and on Wukong. Just what I wanted. Here we have Wukong Prime and his twin Wukong Prime using the third ability. And I don't know why, I just thought them crossing the big Wukong stuff is kind of cool. I don't know, it just looks very cool. Here we have another Wukong with the Umbra. Umbra? Oh god, this. There we go. Get that better. Actually, one of my favorite screenshots. It's just Wukong, like, here's his stuff. Lures in the background.
Hallo, ich bin der Mond.
He's just sitting here. Just like very cool, very relaxed. I don't know why, but looking at this picture makes me really relaxed. Here we have him in action. You can see the swing is here, but his stuff is right there. Not too cool actually. But again, lure is carrying very hard because it's just so beautiful.
Dankeschön.
Jesus. Here we have Valkyrie Prime giving us the cold shoulder. The problem is all her beautiful details are just getting sucked up into the background, which kinda sucks because she's just so beautiful. This screenshot is a little bit better because it's consumes her not too much, but also the action pose is really cool, but it's just too small. For this being the middle point of the attention, it's just too small in the picture. This is better. The attention is right here. This is basically the first thing your brain sees, or at least my brain. I think she's using the Valkyrie Prime, which I don't have anymore for some reason. But now I have a ribbon for, and I just like the stance she has. Very cool. Very cool picture. Yeah, I tried to do like a ground slam. The effect is very cool. The way of her position is very awkward, but the way she like has her claws out, it's just so cool. So I had to save the screenshot. Here we go. We have the magic star. I don't know why I leveled that one. Oh, I needed it for for the CB, I believe. We have Mirage Prime using her second or third, the trap ability. Very simple, very cool blue purple effects, which synergize a lot. This like bluish and purple just looks very sick, and Mirage just looks overall very cool. Here we have something I actually really like the action pose is really good. She's going to smack your head in. But since everything in the background is just gray, the same color as she is, she blends in too well. But it still looks hella funny. Still one of my favorites. Here we have the normal Mirage, not Mirage Prime. I just like her squid head. I don't know why. She's so cool. And she's using the Athoi die. The space cannon we got for free. Watching the dev stream with Hybrid Prime, where you also got Hybrid Prime for free. Where they showed off Dimos, I believe, or the isolation walls. Was pretty cool. Pretty cool screen. I like the weapon and I wanted Hybrid Prime for free. So of course I watched the stream. Very cool. For some reason the clones disappear when you look at them, so you can look through them, which is actually really good in gameplay. But if you want to make a cool picture with all the clones, it doesn't work because it will cut them off so you can look through them. But I like the picture, a lot of stuff going on here, which is ignoring this, which is good. And of course she's in position, she's not blending in too well, and then we have even a full clown on the other side, which is pretty cool. I'm not that happy about it still. Here we have another Limbo, this time without the name, which was annoying. Same scene, but I moved away from this golden arch, but I'm still using the black ground. But since he's so close and the golden details are now actually seeable, visible, not seeable, that's not a word, and you can see the katana, you can see like everything about him, and he's on the right side, Good job. He actually looks very cool. Very cool. Very cool action pose. If I had like a little bit more of the blue swing on it, it would be also very cool. Here we have the Vasto Prime. One of the coolest looking weapons. How are you holding the gun, Dumbo? What I like about this, the bullets, the empty shells are popping out. So the gun is in motion, and this is the first pound you see, and then you see the arm of Limbo. This part. Oh Jesus, you can't even see that. This part, his arm is blending too much into the dark. But still, a very cool picture. If he was positioned here, the screenshot would have been way better. Where did my music stop? There we go. I'm sorry about that. I'm too lazy to edit in the audio music later, so I have to deal with that. There we go. This is a better screenshot of Limbo. We have him very open. Not too much dark going on in the background, so he's not getting sucked in. We see a little bit of a weapon. We see a sword, and he's holding on his hand like, no, wait, or something, or he's just gonna banish you, or like, he's like, your toes, send them over, or something. Like it. Here we have another Nyx Prime. It's just a big clusterfuck of stuff going on. Like the swing is not cool, the way she's holding the sword is not cool, the position she's in not cool. It shows her details, but this is like one of the worst screenshots I've taken. This one is a little bit better. Basically, I didn't know this song had ad-libs. Never mind. Basically same problem. She's blending in with herself and the background. Like the first thing you notice is the big golden thing. But I like the idea, but it just didn't work that well. This one is a little bit better, even though she's blending in with the green again and the gray again. I still think it's a little bit better to see. We have the legs prime. We're just breaking apart by getting shot once. But a very okay screenshot. It's okay. Here we have Nyx. She's almost in the middle of the screen. Just doing her fourth ability. And yeah. Doesn't blend too well into the background, which is good. Very simple, good screen. This one is a very cool action pose. The head is very big in the field of vision, but it just looks... It takes a while to realize what is going on. Like her arm right here, her leg is there, her other leg is here. It takes a while to notice what's going on. It just blends too well again into the background, but still a cool action pose. This is a way better action pose. The center of attention, even though it's very small, is still Nyx. And wow, that voice crack, Nyx. But she's still the center of attention. The action is very cool. She's sliding. You see the particles of the friction. She's almost dropping the Vasto Prime because she's so nervous. She's like, oh, someone place me. Finally. But very cool. Very cool. Here we have Wisp. I don't know what Wisp is holding for a gun. Like, I can't even... What is this gun? Is this even a gun? I don't know, but I thought, her giggle is very cute, especially with this helmet on. So of course I made a screenshot. I would like to make it a little bit closer, because this is empty, and well, thankfully she doesn't blend in with the background. So nice, good job. She like is on green with her like big thighs, which are blue, purple, blue, purple. Well, you see them very well. So she's like, oh yeah, you see what I did there? Very good screenshot, Wisp. Next time, maybe try to make yourself a little bit closer to the middle point of the screen, so you 100% the tension of the screen. This is very cool. She's using a full big freaking laser. And of course, she's using it, so even though I want to show off the frame, this is what I'm looking at, because this is cool. This is exciting. But still, shows off Wisp pretty well. Let's move on. We have Zaku, again in the air. I don't know what's wrong with me and putting Zaku into the air. But a lot of gray tones with a lot of gray tones in the back. Doesn't work really well. Here we have Excalibur. Again, the problem, a lot of gray in the background with a lot of gray, but for some reason it works on man. This is really annoying because it's not looking good, but I still like the screenshot a lot. And also this going on is kind of annoying. And you can see like my desk cube over here flying. But hey, very cool Excalibur screenshot. Here we have Titania, with the gigantic, what is this again? Like this. Even though this green is a little bit fucking with the wing. I believe this picture is very cool. We see like this lady, we're like, oh, a fairy, and then she's just like, yeah, what's up? Very cool screenshot. Very cool screenshot. If this plan wasn't here, it would maybe a little bit cooler, and maybe a little bit cooler. Here we have the normal Titania flying around again. It's a little bit too hard to see and realize what is part of Titania and what is not. But the action is going on, she's shooting her guns, and you can see the wings. And again, for me, the Warframe is not too seeable. Let's leave it like that. This is actually awful. Of course, it's very cool. You see a small little Titania in like a forest. Oh, cool. But since she has a lot of greenish tones, she just gets lost in the sauce, and I don't like it. I don't like the screenshot. Here we have Harrow doing his spinny thing, and even though all of this is going on, you can still clearly see that Harrow is doing it, and that's why I love it. Another very cool Harris screenshot. It looks like this galleon is like having in chains, and he's like trying to break free. Very cool, very dramatic, very cool scene. And of course, another scene. His head is in the background. His hand is in the background. You see his weapon. You see like all this particles going on. Very cool screenshot. This glow. I have criticized on Lavos, the orange stuff. I actually like here because it makes him a little more ghastly. Here we have another thing. We have the stuff he's carrying, the lesion in the background. He's jumping forward. Was supposed to be a very action-filled screenshot, but it just turned out quite boring. This, however, is pretty cool. He's using his first ability. I don't know what's going on with this, and he's a little bit too small. I would make him a little bit closer to the middle of the screen. But hey, let's switch to music. That's better. This one is also really cool. No busy background. And you see this and you see whatever this is going on. Maybe make him a little bit bigger and it would have been actually a very good screenshot. Here we have Harrow using the Ignis Wrath. The attention is here, and Harrow is not really part of the intention, which kind of loses the point of me trying to show off the Warframe. Here with Hildren, the attention is again on the big freaking gun and not really on the big freaking lady. So not really that cool. This one I don't really like, it just looks awkward, so we're gonna skip this as well. This one just also looks very awkward. She's like sprinting or like dashing forward, but because of this huge freaking thing it just looks a little bit silly. This is very cool. This is like one of my favorite skins actually. Screenshots. It's like Mirage is like taking off a very big part of the screen. Not too big because she's not very big, strong. She's not a big, strong Hildren. She's a Mirage, and looks like she's like grabbing the camera, which I really like. It looks like she's like grabbing the camera. It's like, oh, security camera. Oopsie. And that's why I really like it. Here we have it again. I hold right click to make her stick to the wall, which makes this particles, which I don't like, but hey, it still looks very cool. Here again, the lighting in this floor or area is just too bright, deleting almost most of the particles going around and almost taking the spotlight away from Mirage, which kinda sucks. Then we have the same thing with this. You can see on me having to name the frame that this creature is very old. It's basically the same thing, which we have seen before, with less of the clones going on and with a shitty background. Here we have Valkyrie with the different helmet, which I thought, I like the helmet, but it doesn't fit with her. But I thought it looks kind of cute that she has like her claws out and just sitting here. Here we have another good screenshot. Attention is right on her claw. This claw is also really cool. The position she's in, she's like basically trying to reach for you. Very cool. If she might have been a little bit bigger on the screen, it would have been a really awesome screenshot. Here we have another screenshot. She's using a fourth ability, and I'm using the heavy attack, making her rise up her leg and crashing the ground. I like the particles going on, and I really like the action position. If her arm would have been instead of being here, it would have been even awesomer, because then you could actually see her face, and it would have made it look a little bit cooler. Also a very cool action pose for Valkyrie. Another cool action pose of Valkyrie. She looks like she's ready to jump at you, but again, she's getting lost in the sauce. She's not taking up enough screen on her, and making the screenshot a little bit fucky. Another thing, these particles are going on because I'm holding right click to make her stick to the wall, but she's taking up a good amount of attention on the right side of the screen, which is good because that's basically what this is all about. Here we have Anarus Prime in Dimers. I thought Dimers is really good because Dimers has a lot of red and black as background, but this is also getting again a little bit, the details are getting lost in the background. And the big thraking gun, which looks pretty sick. It looks like a Warhammer 40k bolter, but I sold it, even though I had a ribbon for it, because I just didn't like how it feels. But very cool position of Anarus, maybe if I would have been like just this as a screenshot, maybe cutting this out, it would have been a lot cooler, because a lot of the stuff, which you can't even really tell what's going on, is taking a little bit too much of the screen and taking away attention from the bolter. Here we have an hours. This is just a very cool screenshot because I wanted to show off this. This screenshot is actually something where I wanted to show off the ambiance of the door, where you go to get your necromech. I like Inara's sitting here. If we are ready to show off Inara's prime here, I would say the screenshot sucks because he's way too small and all of the tension is at the door. But since this screenshot is actually here to show off the door, I say it's fine. Here we have another screenshot with a lot of golden in the background, which is fucking with the details of the golden in the hours, but it's handing you a hand, even though you can't almost tell what's going on because it's just a very busy background. But still, it could have been a good screenshot. Here we have me trying to make a JoJo reference. If you get the reference, congrats. So we're not counting this. If I would be counting this, I would say this screenshot is horrible because the thing you're trying to make attention to is the smallest point on the screen. Still a very cool screenshot. This is a little bit better screenshot. Attention is again on the huge bolter, but we also see Inaros very much. So biggest thing on the screen is this, and then second biggest thing is actually the frame, which is actually perfect balance. I think a little bit more Warframe should have shown, but it's just a camera angle. Here we have Inaros throwing fishing spear. I don't know why I did this, I just thought it looks funny. Here we have Inaros using his sand, a lot of detail going into nothing because the background is blue as well. And where we want to pay attention to, if we wanted to pay attention to Inaros is way too small and too irrelevant. He's not too busy, and I wanted to pay attention to this area, but since the background is blue as well, it just gets lost in the sauce again. Here we have Inaros. This position is actually very cool for base Inaros because base Inaros doesn't have any gold, so this is totally fine. He's also not too dark, so you can clearly see Inaros is going on here, and he's doing like his cool drunk position with like this mummy being like zombie-like walking. Very cool, a little bit weird, I would almost say, because you can't really make sure what is his hand, but it's fine, he's striking a pose. Another very cool pose. If he would be a little bit bigger, I would like it even more, but this is beautiful. For Inaros, which is not really that aesthetic pleasing to look at, if we don't count in his prime, this is a good screenshot. Here we have Gauss, a lot of particles going on which are distorting the picture because I'm aim gliding, but still pretty cool picture of Gauss. If this would have been gone, it would be look actually a little bit better. Oh no, I don't want to save that. There we go. This is a oh no. So guys, this video is sponsored, not just... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here we have... I like the position of the camera. The camera angle is very good. The view we have of Gauss is very cool. The stuff going on back here is very cool. Why do I do this? And even though he blends in a little bit in the background, it's still a very cool screenshot. And here's another cool screenshot. He's activating his fourth ability, all the stuff going on. I wanted to pay attention to the stuff going on, but I think his position is way cool, and I think if I would have been closer to him, it could have looked really awesome. Here's another very simple one. You see like this the particles going on, you see the frame. It's not too busy, the frame is right here. Very simple, very good screenshot, I like it. Another very good one, the screen is right in the middle and he's not blending in with anything. Good one. Again, same position, different camera angle. Still very good one. A little bit too boring, but also very cool. Here he's just sitting in a Powers Grennan. Still very cool. He is running the Paris Grennan. He actually realized that the area is making him look green instead of blue, which I don't want to. So, of course, I left immediately, but I still like the screenshot a lot. Here we have another screenshot where he looks a little bit greenish, which I don't like, and it looks like he fell down, like he's on his knees or something. But hey, still pretty good one. Here we have Vara, actually with the green and her white and orange. It looks very cool. The intention is of course on her bow and arrow, but she's very cool. It's a very good screenshot. Very simple one, but doesn't matter. Here we have her in the green. Since she doesn't have any green or very grayish tones, I actually like this very much, and it fits her as like a hunter. She's like on the prowl, hunting something. Even though it's again her bow, which is the middle point of attention, I still like it a lot. Here we have Vara, like just being a frog. It's a very cute screenshot. I didn't want to make something fancy for normal Vara, so we have something really cute. We have another very cute one for Vara, not much I want to say about. This screenshot is also very cool, but I would like to have Umbra a little bit bigger on the screen. And does this look like a face? Like here the eyes, this is the nose, and this is like the face. Like the mouth is like, oh, never mind, we're drifting off. This one is very cool, even though he's blending in a little bit with the black rock here. It looks very cool. The blue, the particles going on, and the black, of course. This is just a lot of stuff which is not doing anything, but still a very cool idea. This one is also pretty cool. He's like, he just did a slash. We can see a sword here, we can see still the particles of the slash, and we see like his face. Another one, this one is the position. If you would be a corpus or something, that would be really funny because that would make this creature really, really cool, but I already like the position of him being here. Then we have him here roaring, very cool. And then we have this one, very aesthetic. I think I would have liked it even more if these particles wouldn't be there. Then it would have been really, really sweet. Yeah, I like this one. You have Excalibur again, but with a different skin. And the main point is the Warframe, but what do you look at? At the gigantic blue wave. Not really good screenshot. This one is a little bit better. Even though he's, again, blending into the background, you can see what the idea was. Even though you probably know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this blends too well into the background. I still like this screenshot. It's a very cool action pose for Excalibur. Another very cool Excalibur pose, he's just like training under the waterfall, which is actually a fountain, another waterfall, but it looks cool. It looks very aesthetic pleasing, and he's just standing there. He's blending in a little bit too much with the background, but I like the attention to these three characters. That's why I took the screenshot and thought, this is a good screenshot. Here we have Zephyr, a lot of action going on. I like the screenshot, a little bit confusing what is going on, but hey. Zephyr with this weapon, which I don't remember what this weapon is, but the intention is on this stuff, making you also look at Zephyr. So, a win-win for me. Not a very cool one. Zephyr blends a little bit too much into the background, but hey. Another thing on the right side, which is good, because I don't have it that often, but Zephyr is again mixing too much in with the blue in the background. Zephyr Prime, however, very cool stuff going on, and we see Zephyr Prime right in the front of the picture. Very good. Another one could have made her a little bit bigger on the screen. This is very cool. Could have made it a little bit closer to her. You see, I'm rushing through right now because we're almost at 2 hours. So I might cut this in 2 or 3 parts. We'll see. Another thing I would say here is make it a little bit closer to her. It's blending in too much into the background, but the idea is pretty cool. So guys, thank you guys for watching. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this down. I have like 1.5 hours of footage, and then I have like a little bit more bonus material for advertising my Twitter. There's a little bit of stuff I'm gonna cut out because I did some mistakes by recording and stuff, but this is all I wanted to show. Thank you guys for watching. If you have some other criticism, or if you want to watch me even do screenshots and stuff, then leave a like, leave a comment, whatever. Basically everything you can do is helping me out. So thank you guys very much, and I see you guys in the next one.